Hello, everybody. Welcome to Youngstown Talk channel. I'm Isaac. Sitting across from me is Luke, MLO Bro, and Joe.
Stupid Jeremy. That's who I am.
Right.
Dude,
Jeremy,
how about that freaking
Jeremy
turd?
canceled on us. Freaking, I'll tell you what, he got a bad rap last week and he just keeps building on it,
He does. So he said his place where he works, they had the day off.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get an email saying they all have to come in.
I'll give him a little bit of credit. I'll give you a little bit of credit, Jeremy. It is getting closer to the 4th of July. So they're probably probably getting ready for fireworks. You know?
It's April.
Yeah.
It's April. He's such
Do you think of that facility? They just play Katy Perry's Firework on loop? Because that's what I
All
would
the
do.
time.
Baby, you're a firework. That's what I would just all day. Just annoy the employees on loop.
He called and said, "Oh yeah, guys, I don't want you to be mad at me." I'm like, "You're a freaking turd." Like, we push it all up. Everybody's pissed off at him that he doesn't show up.
Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you. We're going to talk about the whole pizza review drama. You'll get the tea. I promise. It's good too. We're going to talk about that today. What else are we talking about? What else did you say?
Fault blowback from having Nikki Frenchco on, Artemis lunch, barbershop,
the spaceship launch.
Yeah,
We get to do some nerd talk. I love it.
We'll save that to the end.
Joe's super.
They always do that to me. They're like, that's how they get me to sit here. They're like, hey, we're going to talk about something.
Yeah, when we're ready to really cool off the show, we'll talk about the Artemis.
Barbershop almost got shut down. Did you hear about that?
Yes. And then they backtracked once Frankie Cassis, the shark in the courtroom, was in the waters. They got scared.
And then I want to do something on trolls again, because whenever we get into the muck with some of this stuff, all of a sudden the trolls come out, their comments, their messages. I want to go over some of them.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's fun. It's very fun.
I don't think they understand. I enjoy.
Right.
I at this point enjoy. I urge the trolls.
So if you are, we're going to talk about the drama between Youngstown Pizza Reviews and Frankie's. Is it just called Frankie's Pizza Shop up in Warren?
Yeah, in Delhi or something like that.
Can I mention something? Every day, some dude comes in here and says, "Hey, you're not talking about Poland schools." The comments up there. I see it's not there today. So whatever you did,
I must have fixed it.
You fixed it. Thank you for that.
I didn't know it was
all
going
week long. Somebody mentions it. Hey, you're not talking about Poland schools today.
Never mind. I didn't.
Thank you,
PJ. PJ, do you see how quick Luke was to take that credit?
100%. I have to kill it manually. He kills it manually every time.
So you still have
I thought I got it. I don't know where it is.
Luke is just a cancer to Youngstown Studio.
So
he's just everything he touches.
So true.
But okay, let's get into our first topic. If you want to call in, you can. 330-595-1600. Phone lines are open. If you love Frankie's, if you hate Frankie's, if you love Youngstown Pizza Reviews, if you hate Youngstown Pizza Reviews, if you love Joe, you hate Joe, any of us, call in. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. So yeah, Frankie's versus
go over
YPR.
Okay,
let's
so
go.
I've talked to Jeremy. I tried to talk to Frankie's and never called me back for something.
Yeah, I tried calling him too and getting a pizza so that when Jeremy comes in here, we like eating pizza. He's like, "Oh, what kind of pizza do you have?" They're like, "It's Frankie's. We got Frankie's pizza."
And they never
called me back.
So a year ago or 2 years ago, whenever it was, Jeremy did an initial pizza review.
And Jeremy is Youngstown Pizza Reviews, for those that don't know.
It rated at 7.5, which
is good.
I checked. Yeah, he said that's middle of the pack.
Middle? That's middle?
No, above middle. Slightly above
because
middle.
I feel like, and everybody calls him Timu Portnoy or whatever.
Right.
That's a high score.
Okay. Just get that straight.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that was like a month after they started. I think Jeremy's only comment in the pizza that was kind of negative was it took him a while to get the pizza. What was the issue, right? But again, it's a new place.
And the other thing, it was just when they opened.
Right.
Which Jeremy has said many, many times, I try not to go to places when they first open because I understand the hardships of pizza places just getting going and not being comfortable quite yet. So he has since adjusted the time window of when he goes and gets pizza.
Because here's the thing, too, you got to remember, if it's a new shop and Jeremy goes in there and people are going to go to it. Like you can say Jeremy's an asshole all you want. You can say anything, but he's going to freaking get people to go to that pizza shop. Like we were talking to Bomb City. And I told Bomb City I was going to grab pizza, and he literally said, hang tight. because if I post about it, he's gonna get freaking buried. You know what I mean? So and it's the same with Jeremy.
That dude's really cool.
Dude, he's awesome. I'm trying to get him in here.
He's New York, dude.
I want him to come. He's like, I'm so freaking busy.
Yeah.
So that goes by. So then Jeremy gives them another chance. Okay, and there was some confusion here, and I think I posted some confusion again, but we'll fix it now. So Jeremy went, got a pizza.
Yeah.
Did his whole thing in the car.
With Gracie?
I don't know.
I think Gracie was there.
I don't know.
And I think Gracie said she didn't like the pizza because Jeremy got a pizza with toppings that she didn't like.
Well, they never released it. They never released the new thing. I'm talking about the new one.
Oh, versus
not the
old one.
Yeah, the
old one.
Right.
Okay.
The old one was kind of, what was it? It was like 7.5. It was decent. Like you said, but I don't know what Gracie
and it would have been higher.
But
I guess Jeremy said Gracie scored it low, but she didn't like the toppings.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, goes in to do an updated one because he's hearing the pizza's improved. Everything's great. So he goes in to do an goes in. Remember, he doesn't do it live. He films it. So he edits it up. He goes to post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
He can't tag Frankie's.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So he messages Frankie's.
Was it the owner? Was it the owner of Frankie's?
So there's some confusion there. I'm not going to say who it was, but I guess there's a kid and there's the guy who owns Cockney's Barbecue, Cockey's Creamery and Bar. He talked to one of those two guys. Okay. But anyways, he messages the shop. The shop says, hey, man, give me a call. I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, sends him the number.
So Jeremy knows who it is. He never said who it was direct.
I think I know who it is, but I won't say it either.
Calls the number. That guy flips the fuck out.
Yeah, which I told Jeremy, I'm like, that dude totally baited you.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knew if he would have put something in Messenger in writing, you could have screenshotted it. But this dude says, hey, reach out to me, give me a call. And then he just unleashes hell
talking
because he catches you off guard.
I don't want you effing reviewers in here. Your daughter's young. She shouldn't be effing reviewing
she doesn't know anything about pizza.
You guys don't know anything about pizza. Like, here's the thing. People are accusing Jeremy of lying. I don't think he's lying. Why would he lie about that? Like, come on. Like, you people are all like, oh, you're just doing it for click. No, we're not. Like, no, Jeremy's not either.
Right. And here's the thing. Like, Jeremy and Gracie are good people.
Yeah.
Like, I know them personally. Sweet people.
Right.
And it's like, I understand if you love Frankie's Pizza. I get it. If it's good pizza, I have never had it before. I'm sure it's amazing. It won awards. I get that.
Right.
But what I need you to do is just take a step back, take the great pizza out of the equation, and just realize that even though you're on their team, that might not be the best decision to freak out on somebody. Maybe he was having a bad day.
Yeah.
Maybe he was high on the fact that they just won that award. There's so many variables.
We'll talk about that slack,
but I don't think that's the right way to handle the situation.
Yeah. But hold on. Let's keep talking before we get into that. So Jeremy starts firing back. I guess it's a back and forth. Then Jeremy's like, F you. You know what I mean? As anybody would.
Which, if you catch somebody off guard on the phone, like, I don't blame Jeremy.
You talk to me like that on the phone, I will absolutely freaking talk about your mom. So then Jeremy stopped. Okay, they hang up. That's it.
Okay.
Jeremy is kind of brewing. Is festering and trying to figure out what he wants to do, if he wants to make a post or not.
Yeah.
Jeremy calls me and he explains to me what happens. And he's like, what should I do? And I said to him, I quote, I am not the right person to talk to about this.
Right. If anybody was mean to Frankie's, it was you. Because then you went on the MLO Bros and said you're a little bitch because you did this on
100%,
purpose.
100%.
And if anybody was mean to Frankie's,
it was me. And I'll take it. Yeah, because my friend, even though he's not my friend and I hate him, calls me and says that we are very, very protective of our circle.
Yeah, and Gracie, which has you're gonna attack a friggin' young lady who just is having fun with her dad.
Correct. So I said, you do what you want to do, but I'm telling you, the second if you make a post, I'm going to share it and go at this guy.
Yeah,
because you don't mess with our inner circle. So As Joe has found out, when anybody ever messes with Joe, we destroy them.
Yeah, nuclear.
Yeah. How'd that end for Brandon Kovac?
We'll talk. Oh, let's add him to the list too. We didn't talk about that.
That was great.
Let's add him to the list too.
I've been mean to people before in defense of Joe, and that's one of those ones where I was like, thanks, big guy.
Yeah.
Thanks for help.
Yeah.
Thanks for that assist.
We'll talk about
that. Timing is. I felt real bad for being mean to that guy, but that timing is just impeccable.
Real fast. Could you guys share this too? By the way, we forgot to say it. Share it, like it. We got 100 people watching. All right. People are so vested in Pizzagate. So I make a post, or so Jeremy makes a post explaining what happened.
Right.
Okay. I make a post calling the guy a bitch.
Yeah.
Right. Where all of a sudden now we're involved.
Right.
Because I have to get involved because you're not going to go after our friend. Right.
Okay.
Saying, it explodes on social media.
And here's another thing that people don't realize.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy goes in. Just look at East Liverpool Pizza Shop, for example.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Jeremy went in and reviewed them and doesn't like the style of East Liverpool pizza. For those that don't know, the Ohio Valley pizza is they sprinkle dry, uncooked cheese on top at the end and then close the box so that over time it kind of melts the cheese on. It's kind of different. Okay. So he reviewed this pizza spot down there. East Liverpoolians got so mad at Jeremy.
So funny.
They were shooting so many texts off at him like, hey, you're a piece of shit. Why would you review this? This is wrong. And we love our pizza down here. The pizza place actually reached out to Jeremy. He's like, hey, man, I don't know what you did. Like, if you critiqued our pizza, you got so many people to come to my pizza shop. So
even talking shit,
good or bad, even this podcast today, like,
you're
welcome, Frankies.
Yeah,
you're going to get business because people are going to get pissed at us for having this. I'm going to go support today. That's awesome. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's supporting a local business. So Jeremy doing the reviews, good, bad, or ugly, is going to help your business. So don't. Why do you have to respond like that? Is my question. It's dumb.
So it explodes.
Yeah.
The people go bonkers.
Or maybe maybe he's doing it on purpose so that more people will get up in arms and more people will come out to Frankie's.
That's smart. Yeah. Like it's not like nobody's that smart to do that.
Right.
Well, we can all say we're so it's just everybody's reacting.
Yeah.
So it explodes. Jeremy gets attacked. We get attacked. Jeremy gets backed by his followers. We get backed by our. I mean, it is just like a straight on war.
Frankie's has some. I'll give him credit. Frankie's has some followers that are like in the tribe that were going to bat for him.
Going to bat, and that's great. And I don't blame them. And now here's the thing. So how it ended was it just kind of died off, right?
Yeah, they went no contact and just fully ignored everything.
The next day, though,
which is smart.
The next day, they announce a post that they had won some artesian pizza thing in Las Vegas.
Which, to be fair, it's a style that isn't like New York style, Chicago. It's Sicilian style, I guess. I don't. We'd have to. If Jeremy was here, he could explain what that means exactly.
Right. So then everybody's tagging Jeremy. Fuck you, Jim. Look at this pizza place.
Somebody send this to Youngstown Pizza Reviews.
And we're getting tagged in like, you guys are assholes. And
after that bad review they gave Frankie's, it's like, can you show us where YPR gave him a bad review? Because the 7.5 is a good review. And then a little birdie tells me he went and he had it again and it was better. And he was going to give him an 8 something.
He said like it was going to be like top 5.
Yeah.
So that dick that screams at him on the phone was going to get a top 5 review.
Yeah, totally.
Which we'll never see now because Jeremy, I was like, dude, release it. I was telling Jeremy, release. And I said, Jeremy, actually release it.
And make the caption, hey, this is what I was going to post before he freaked out on me.
I was going to say, don't say Frankie's name. Take my voice. And every time Jeremy goes to say Frankie's, like this pizza and take my voice, pizza shop.
Yeah,
like redacted,
like Domino's Pizza,
over and over and over and over.
How come we can't broadcast the MLO Bros? What do you want to be on a radio station?
Because I swear,
he said the F word 3 times.
I swear all the time, and we'd be fined into the ground.
I'm taking an FCC test, and every time I'm looking at the question, I'm like, we would not qualify.
Yeah. So here's some of the. I wrote down
big
some
radio
comments,
hates us. Yeah,
which are so inaccurate. So these people that were protecting Frankie's, God love them. I think it's great that they did it. Yeah. I understand it, but at least you can be accurate.
He's got some loyal followers,
but that be accurate. If you're gonna attack, be accurate.
Right.
So there were so many people saying, "How dare you review this pizza place bad?" Blah blah blah. He never did.
Yeah.
He never reviewed them bad.
If you think he gave him a 7.5, if you think a 10, if you think about it, a 10 is the best pizza in the freaking world, and he gave him a 7.5, that's not bad.
Good morning.
Isaac, what's your favorite pizza place?
Yeah, pizza spot. Come talking to Mike. Isaac.
I like Wedgwood.
Wedgwood. Austin Town or Boardman?
Austin.
OG. You gotta go OG.
OG.
Right? You gotta go old school. And what else? Any other ones?
Honorable mentions?
Better be careful because
you like Avalon downtown?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
they're good when you're hammered at 2:00 in the morning. Those are good. What?
Uptown ain't bad.
Uptown's not bad.
Yep. Uptown.
See, he knows. These are the ones.
What's you guys' favorite?
I love Avalon. I love Avalon, but I went to YSU and I got drunk pizza there so many times that I just.
That's a good drunk.
It is so good.
Yeah.
It's so extra cheese.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can go in there at like 2:00 and get a pizza.
It tastes a little better.
Everything tastes better.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that's funny. Well, hey man, have a good Easter, buddy.
You too.
All right. How old, mature is the owner of Cranky's?
Cranky's. Jimmy's up in Warren too. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've never had it. So anyways, people are saying that was they were saying they're reviewing the company, bad review. He never gave him a bad review. Number two, people were saying, what makes you? Oh, that's true. I forgot that part.
The other guy.
Jeff Grope said the other guy that made a video review was way worse, and I feel they were more mad about that. So I totally forgot that part, Jeff. Thank you.
And took it out on Jeremy.
A couple days before this dude gets on, he's one of our followers, actually.
I wonder if Frankie's thought Jeremy was that kid.
I think no. I think Frankie saw this review of this guy saying his pizza was like trash.
And he was pissed.
Sandwiches were good, pizzas were trash. He was pissed. Like 4 days later, Jeremy calls this guy.
Jeremy says it's very good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got to try it.
So then Jeremy follows it up, and this dude's fuming because this other reviewer. And that's probably exactly what happened.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm tired of you freaking reviewers.
Right.
F you, this and that." And thought it was Jeremy.
I don't think he did. I just think it was tired of that. So yes, it was. There he is. That's the guy that gave the review. He's false.
Steven was like,
dude,
it's average pizza. Yeah. So Steven, was that in
it was like a week before Jeremy called.
So it wasn't in response to YPR's review.
No.
And them talking crap about it.
No. That was before YPR's review.
Before.
So I think that guy saw that review from
probably
Steve.
just pissed at all reviewers. Yeah.
Right. Steve set him off. Jeremy calls like right at like a week later. This guy's like, get the F. Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And that would be why he's in that headspace, which I totally understand about reviewers. Like,
so another comment these trolls were making. What makes you qualified to be a reviewer?
Hey, maybe I'm just having fun with my daughter. Thought it would be cool during COVID to start, because that's what Jeremy started doing.
Joe, is there some kind? Didn't you say something? You have like a pizza. You have a pizza reviewing card or something like that. Did you
license? I'm a pizziologist.
Pizziologist.
Yeah, but it's like reviewing.
Joe's a pizziologist.
Reviewing anything. What are the credentials to review? Critics of movies. Oh,
anything.
You really like movies, so you become a critic? Who are you?
What if a dude got in his car and he was like, I'm going to take loans out with realtors and mortgage brokers. And they went in their car and it's just some random dude and they talk shit about your methods. Would you want them to be qualified before they had reach for regular people talking shit about you?
We are a licensed, certified loan officer.
There is a division of real estate.
There's some rando
Yeah.
that's talking about you and reviewing what you guys deliver to the.
But it wasn't the pizza shop saying that. It was.
But it doesn't matter. How would you feel about it? Would you want that dude to have some credentials?
How do you get credentials?
How do you get
pizza?
Exactly. That's exactly.
You can get credentials on a loan officer.
My credentials are that I'm a consumer and I'm just judging you based on my experience.
I'm pretty sure Jeremy has eaten more pizza than all of us.
This guy might get 29
6 years.
You
6 years of
you
doing
could
that.
say he has 6 years of eating pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Well, the mortgage reviewers gets lots of loans. Like,
Hearts-
I've done it a lot, so I
Yeah.
could talk about it.
His heart's about to explode, and he's a friggin' pizza grease
Sausage-
oozes from his
sausage
blood.
grease.
Pizza poisoning. I know.
But my whole point of that was anyone could review a pizza.
Yeah.
Like I could have my 7-year-old awarded Yelp critic. There we go, Carl.
Right.
I could have my 7-year-old go on and review a pizza and say if he likes it or not. It's an opinion.
Right.
Right? It's an opinion. So these people are saying you're not qualified. I'm like, dude, anyone can be qualified to review a pizza.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not like he's saying he's some professional chef.
Steven said, I posted my review in February, I think. But they definitely saw the review video. The owner's brother, who owns the creamery, commented on my post the day after I posted it.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, they saw it.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
So
That industry's brutal.
reviewers are interesting, though,
Right.
because there are, for example, a video game dropped not too long ago that I love. That's really cool, really creative, really big and different. Okay, and reviewers, like big brand name reviewers, gave it a 6, and then they give other games that aren't good that people don't play higher reviews. So why? You're like, what? Well, what is it? What are the variables? Why are you? Everybody's playing this one. Everybody's getting this one, and you're giving it a worse review than this one over here that nobody's playing. But like, are you getting paid? Are you getting paid by the company? Are there other things that we're not aware? It's just frustrating.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. So
Turns out it was there wasn't any presence of LGBTQ within the game, so the
makes
big
sense.
companies
Yeah.
got mad.
Makes
It's like,
sense.
another
what
thing.
does that have to do with gameplay?
Another thing people accuse Jeremy of, which made me laugh, is they were saying because Frankie wouldn't pay for the review. Okay,
Would
wouldn't
pay for the pizza.
right.
pay
So
for the
people
pizza
were
for the review.
accusing Jeremy of trying to get like free pizza.
I don't think Jeremy does that.
No, he doesn't do
No,
that.
I think he pays for it.
They were saying
to support local
Yeah,
businesses
right.
because that was his
But they were
original
like-
idea.
they were like you probably didn't do it because they wouldn't buy your pizza, you fat ass.
Yeah.
Like it was like all these freaking pizzas. It's like, oh my god, you fucking people are so annoying.
Yeah.
Call what it is. Another argument from the people supporting the pizza shop. Those owners are super nice. It's a nice family. I know the family. I've been friends with. They're super, super nice. Hey,
Yeah.
this might surprise you. People think I'm super nice sometimes, but I'm a dick sometimes also.
Right. Here's
Like,
just
right?
It's a perfect example of tribalism within our culture. You love that pizza place. You love that football team. You
Right.
love that politician.
Right.
But they can still make mistakes, and it's still okay for you to be like, listen, man, I agree with the mission and I love the pizza, but this was not a good move.
It had nothing to do with the pizza, with the review, with the people, with the family. It had to do with whoever picked up that phone
Yeah.
and attacked Jeremy and his daughter.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all it is.
Yeah. And like, listen, man, I understand Steven posted a bad review and you're a little upset, little testy after the review.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you have to realize all these reviews, Steven's review, even if it was, this is the worst pizza I've ever had, probably had people coming out of the woodwork to go and support Frankie's just to, out of spite.
Right.
Just, screw you, dude. That's the best pizza ever.
All right. Now, Ryan, I'm going to comment on this one. Ryan says Jeremy needs to be more honest with his pizza reviews. His hometown guy is trying to promote local business. I get it. But when he says a destination pizza, I drive an hour and find out that it's just okay pizza. It's bad. But Ryan, that goes back to the point. It's Jeremy's opinion.
Yeah.
He might love it.
Yeah.
And
Ryan,
you might hate it. You can't.
Ryan, what pizza did you drive to get?
Well, I've seen Jeremy's spreadsheet. He actually has metrics to come up with that score review. If
Right.
you ever want to see how he does his review,
He
Yeah,
sent me a
it's crazy, dude.
spreadsheet the other day. It's pretty intense.
It's very intense.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, Ryan. It's like,
Color-coded.
yeah,
like
he takes it serious.
you have so many different types of pizza. You have the flat
Yeah.
pizza, the large. I like old school Youngstown fluffy pizza with lots of, you know what I mean? That's what I like.
Mhm.
I don't like the flat pizza all the time.
Nicole says is the guy from Frankie's going to go around and cuss out everyone who writes a Google review. I honestly think now that I've gotten the whole situation, it's definitely that I bet he got confused. I wonder if he thought Jeremy was that other guy.
I disagree.
Or he's just overall pissed.
He was pissed at that. He was pissed at Steve, and
he's just like,
filtered
screw you, reviewers.
100%.
Yeah.
This all trending now. Hashtag I hate Steve.
Freaking Steve.
Got to be deep dish. Exactly. That's my. Do you like deep? I prefer deep dish. Do you? What kind of pizza do you like?
Dude, I got to be in the mood. I'm like in the mood for, if I'm in the mood for New York style, it's like, I haven't had Balm City, but I have to try it. But I love like Bella Napoli and Canfield, which it's expensive.
Is it flat?
Freaking good.
Is it like the flat New York style? What do you like, Joe?
Pizza Parlor in Girard. It's more of an Italian hand tossed, crispy crust.
Got
it's
it.
a white pizza.
BJ likes the frozen stuff. I heard this the frozen
Red
stuff
Baron.
in Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
He's BJ in the back's a big fan of that
He's
kind of stuff.
DiGiorno guy.
He's a big DiGiorno guy.
Yeah.
Where's his fedora? Where's his fedora?
Yeah.
Fedora while making Mike nuking a
sometimes
pizza.
though, man, like Red Baron or whatever. It's like I want to be a fat slob and I want to eat an entire DiGiorno tonight. Like sometimes I'm in that mood, you know. I don't know.
With my boys, we have to make 3 DiGiorno pizzas. That's how many.
Absurd. Well, I could eat an entire one by myself.
So you got 3 boys. Yeah, it's crazy. Frankie's is definitely good pizza. We got to try Frankie's.
I live very close to Cockeye and Frankie's. I am so tempted to go in the place and order it and show my face and see how it goes over. Dude, they are gonna
wear a GoPro. Wear a GoPro.
Meatballs on your pizza made of turds.
And
that's what
tell
they're gonna
them
do.
you heard that if you mention Youngstown Pizza Reviews, you get 20% off. Do it.
Speaking of that, hold on. We got to do now. Listen, everybody. We have how many sponsors do we have now? 6? 5. We have 5 sponsors. We're gonna break up our sponsors, right? Every half hour.
We'll do a shout out to all of them, but we're gonna talk about only.
We're gonna literally have to start doing commercial breaks. We're getting so many sponsors.
Okay.
So commercial break number 1. It's
commercial
9:30.
break number 1 goes out to our first and original sponsor, which is Menchie's. Menchie's is locally owned by an awesome Poland family. There's Luke and me. I am Butters, Lucas Cartman, and we're dishing up some Menchie's frozen yogurt. They have some awesome seasonal flavors. And this is the Menchie's. This is the Menchie's in Boardman. What are the seasonal flavors?
20% off if you mention the MLO Bros. Menchie's available DoorDash, cakes, featured flavors. Currently our grapefruit, vegan mint chocolate chip. There will be new flavors in April. Those are available. Okay. However, they have just announced, Menchie's has just announced, because of the success of this, they are now teaming up with another local business to do the 20% discount.
Which local business?
They're doing the coffee shop at Ridgeway on Market.
Okay.
You know where that is?
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go in with a receipt from either of the stores, so you go to Menchie's, and you bring the receipt the next day to the Ridgewood.
Coffee by morning, Menchie's by night.
20% off. If you go vice versa, it's 20% off.
Nice.
So technically speaking, think of this. Hold on. I don't know if they do that or not. I was going to say, go get Menchie's, offer 20%, or go to Ridgeway, get coffee.
Yeah.
I'd probably just get a total. They're not going to get 40% off.
You got to just
swamp them.
Right. No, you couldn't.
So anyways, coffee shop at Ridgeway and Menchie's are working together now. You bring one receipt in, you get 20% off at the other store.
Awesome. That's really cool.
All because of our
teaming up, baby. Let's go.
Menchie's love it.
And also, yes, do not forget 20% off when you go into Menchie's and mention the MLO Bros. Say we sent you, and you'll get 20% off of your frozen dessert. So thank you, Menchie's, for sponsoring. We appreciate you. They're an OG. And
you want to do one more?
You want to do one more? Okay.
Do one more.
Next up, we have Sauner Solutions. Sauner Solutions is another OG friend of ours. OG. He's been on the podcast multiple times. Anytime we have any type of wildlife questions or crazy things that's happening with wildlife or bats or raccoons or white deer or whatever, we brought him on the podcast and talked about it. He wanted me to say that he has humane solutions and he specializes in wildlife exclusions, deterrence, and responsible removal to resolve nuisance wildlife problems the right way. He's also helped us on one of our listings. He has we had bats in the attic.
Bats.
Clear out bats in the attic.
Joe, do I have bats in the attic?
You have bats in the attic.
Blocked off all access
you're clean,
to the
attic.
and disinfected.
Clean
It was awesome.
Hey, Sauner, I need you to come clean
it.
up my bats in the attic. That's what my kids call boogers.
What,
bats in the attic.
Bat in a cave.
Bat in a cave.
Bat in a cave.
Yep.
But thank you, Sauner. We appreciate you, brother. You're the man. Thanks for sponsoring. And
we'll continue at 10 o'clock. We'll do it again. I think this will work out good.
Every half hour we'll do
anything else on the pizza.
I just think that people need to realize, even if Jeremy goes in there and gives them a 2, a 4, 6, 8, 10, they're getting attention.
100%.
And good or bad review, your people that support you, if Frankie's is good, they're going to come out of the woodwork and support you. And he's just highlighting the company. And I think more people need to realize that. On top of that, the tribalism of our society, whether it's pizza reviews, whether it's football teams, whether it's politicians.
Yep.
We need to do a better job of, even though we like something or someone, they can still make mistakes. It's okay to disagree with a certain decision they make, even though we're gung-ho on their team, and realize this isn't good.
I think they were the people were pissed because Jeremy posted that the business owner and him got into thing, and they took it personal.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe he would say that. Jeremy's not lying. He's not lying.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's just like, I get you want to defend him, but like I said, call him out for being a dick for making the post. Not about lies and everything. Like, it just.
And here's what I'll do too. Stupid. Here's what I'll do for Frankie's. Everyone, go get Frankie's this weekend. If you're tired of Easter food, go get Frankie's this weekend and tell them the MLO Bros. You heard about it on the MLO Bros, and you're coming out to support. And we told you to go there. Yeah, because that's go support a local business. At the end of the day, it's still a local business. It's awesome.
Award-winning pizza.
Got an award.
Award-winning pizza. What's another thing people were like that made me laugh the most is they're tagging Jeremy. And on this award thing, I'm like, that plays no relevance because he said it was good pizza. Who cares? Why are you tagging? Like, it was just, people are dumb. I think half the people didn't even know what Jeremy had said or not.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, up here in Northeastern Ohio, we are so blessed to have such awesome pizza options.
Isaac, if you go try it, will you make a review of Frankie's?
Yeah, I'll make a review.
3 out of 4 stars.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to give him like a 0.
I give them 3 Jeremys out of 5.
Jeremys out of 5.
I just put Jeremy's face.
I'm going to have to send somebody in to get me a pizza. We're going to they would probably recognize us or BJ. We're going to have to get like O'Keel or make Lucas go in.
Yeah, they're going to pee on my pizza.
call from a payphone.
Try that. It's just got a real special sauce today, just for you, Isaac.
There's some Alfredo sauce in there for you, Isaac.
A little bit of special sauce on this one.
Fred, this is another reason why we are not on.
Can I not say Alfredo sauce?
You could probably get away with that, but
yeah, the second you say man Alfredo sauce is when you
there's some man sauce on there. What about man sauce?
Man, yeah, that's gonna get you. Somebody's not gonna like that one.
3 to 5 germs. All right, I mean that's it. That's all it is. Pizza review's over. Go to Frank. Go support. What else? What and if you don't like Jeremy, fuck him and block him.
Yeah,
I mean, just get rid of him. That would have got us in trouble right there, right? My language would get us in trouble. All right.
Artemis next?
Nope. That's going to be. That is going to be.
That is after we talk about all of our sponsors, and everybody's really starting to leave.
10:25. We're going to talk about Artemis. Joe's so excited. He's just sitting here like, come on! I can't wait to talk about Artemis. Barbershop.
Yes.
YDNC. YNDC.
So this is YNDC is
explain what that is.
Local government organization. Is it government?
I think it's a profit. It's a
nonprofit. Yeah,
it's a nonprofit, and it's tied to the government.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. And they basically renovate and rejuvenate houses, businesses throughout Youngstown, right?
Yep.
On the right.
Youngstown neighborhood.
Yeah, I've shown some of their houses to our clients because we're loan officers and real estate agents. And if you need to buy or sell a home, you should call us. We'd help you out. 330-921-8978.
We actually have one in contract right now with them.
With who? YNDC? Yes.
We have one in contract with them.
So they basically renovated this business, got this business going, and then it was a barbershop that was run out of one of the YNDC buildings. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Luke. There was a shooting that happened outside.
Shooting and murder. The first murder of 2026 outside of the shop.
Okay. A guy with his kid gets Uzi'd.
Is that what it was?
Front. Yeah.
Okay.
The kid's fine, but the guy dead.
Yeah.
Shot dead in front of the store. Now, from what I've heard, the business then gets a letter from YNDC that says, hey, and I guess it's in a contract if you have any type of gang-related violence or any
violence related to the shop, right? Yeah, I was looking for that.
And it has any relation to the shop in any way, shape, or form, you're out. You're gone. But how do you prove that the shop owner had anything to do with that hit, the gang hit, or whatever it was? So that's where there's the gray area there. And then YNDC says, hey, you got to get the heck out. You had something to do with this shooting. And they lawyered up. They got Frankie Cassis involved, the shark in the courtroom. And he I'll send him a letter.
I have the letter. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I'd love to. Yeah, let me read the letter. So hold on here. Grab it. So it was, I mean, something else is going on with that. Why NDC jumped on that? Right?
They probably got scared of the press. They probably didn't want to be associated with any type of gang violence in any way, shape, or form.
We don't even know if it was gang violence or not. I mean, it probably, you know what I mean? You don't know. Like, nobody knows what it was.
Well, I can see if it was like a bar and they allowed people in their parking lot to loiter. And because people are loitering out, they shut that down because there's violence or fighting or whatever. But it's a barbershop. Like somebody's cutting their hair and then also in a gang and they use that as their, front. I don't know.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, there's violence all over. I think of you'd have to shut down a ton of businesses if you do that. Like there's shootings, like there's been shooting outside of the bars before. Like they don't something was weird with that.
And we work with, since we're loan officers and real estate agents, I've worked with YNDC. They have very strict requirements for their properties in terms of like income.
I had to send them pay stubs and W-2s for the borrower that is buying a house through that.
But like they have single income requirements for the property. So if you're a single guy and you're living there and you make over $60K, you can't live in the house. If you're if it's husband and wife or two people living in the house and it's double incomes, you make over $70K. This isn't exact numbers, but they have very strict income requirements. It's like, okay, but what if somebody makes $50K and their partner makes $50K and they want to buy the house? Like, that's a good community member only making $100K. And everybody knows income doesn't go nearly as far as it used to.
Right.
So you're greatly limiting the people that live in your homes.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And I understand they're doing it for the less, the lower income stuff. But it's like, like I said, you want the higher income people in there, right? Now you don't want them as rentals. Like you can't do a rent, I don't know.
So you're saying they're trying to avoid gentrification. Right. Is what their goal is by doing that. Okay. But then at the same time, it's like, I want someone making $100,000 living next to somebody that makes $50,000 so that they can then work together. The $100,000 person can teach the $100,000 person
improve the neighborhood.
To improve the neighborhood together. They can work together.
I don't know.
But it's kind of dumb. It shouldn't be based on income.
So the owner of the barbershop lawyers up. Okay. Lawyers up and gets Frankie. I thought it was Uncle Dave, but it was Frankie. You want me to read the letter? Letter. Please be advised that this firm represents G's Chop Shop. And with respect to the above referenced matter, it appears that a 3-day notice was placed on the door of G's Chop Shop on March 30th. They placed it on the door.
It said, get the F out. You have 3 days.
Such a bitch move.
You can't call them. Did they call them or anything? Do we know?
No. Put a notice. You're evicted.
Yikes.
Like
have a backbone.
Martin Luther.
Have a backbone and call me and tell me
Are you going to have this dude on, by the way?
I've been communicating with him. He's super busy. He said he's really busy now. And you got to do. I actually messaged him.
See,
he said he's super busy now. He's super busy now, and I was like, I'll come get my haircut. He's like, yeah, we'll get you scheduled. I'm like, wow, you must.
He just wants a free haircut.
What we should do is go get haircuts and pay for the haircuts. That's what
I told him. I was like, I'm only coming if you give me a free haircut.
and sitting that we can do an interview in the chair.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not. I just got my haircut the other day. But can you do a tight fade, bro?
How is he as Italian hair? That's my question. All right. Anyways, this notice requested G Shop to vacate the premise no later than 3 days. How about that too? They gave them 3 days
to get all your shit out. That's a short period.
3 days. The notice further threatened eviction. Finally, the notice states The basis for the threatened eviction arises from Section 38 of the applicable lease, which provides. So this is why they're kicking them out. Tenant shall not permit or engage in any criminal activity in or around the premises. Tenant shall be responsible for the actions of employees, guests, and or other persons visiting the premise.
So how do you know that he was
You don't.
responsible
Which
for
is
it,
what Frankie
involved in it? And then if it's a sidewalk, is that even your business?
If a guy drives by and guns somebody down, you're not you're not responsible. Are you to say I'm responsible for the death of that guy because I own the shop?
Yeah.
Right? All right. Keep reading here. This notice is improper and may constitute a breach of the lease agreement. While the factual basis, this is exactly what you just said. While the factual basis for the threatened eviction is unclear from the notice, Mr. Thornton denies any and all allegations that he is engaged in criminal activity, permitted any criminal activity on the premise, or permitted any non-trespasser to engage in criminal activity in or around the business. So what he's saying is, these aren't my customers.
Yeah.
I'm not letting them do this.
Yeah.
Like they're basically saying, dude, I did not let these people gun down
of course.
somebody else.
Who would?
Right.
Yeah.
As such, Mr. Thornton will seek any and all legal remedies available to him and his business in the event the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation does not immediately withdraw the notice or proceeds with a threatened eviction. Any attempts to terminate this lease will cause monetary damages to the business and reputational damage to Mr. Thornton. Consequently, we are prepared to aggressively pursue all legal actions and remedies available to Mr. Thornton and G's Chop Chop if YNDC does not immediately withdraw the notice, dated March 30th, 2026.
Well
done, Frankie.
done. Well done.
Yeah.
I think 2 days later,
Yeah.
YNDC withdrew the eviction.
So my question is, from the get up when this happened, YNDC, were they trying to avoid bad press on YNDC? Are they just very strict with their rules and regulations? And why so quickly to jump on it? Why not?
For the record, I called YNDC yesterday and left a message.
They didn't call you back.
And I said, this is Luke from the MLO Bros. Perhaps you've heard of us. If not, we're a stupid podcast. I would like somebody to call me back. We're going to be talking about this. I just want to get your side of the story.
Yeah.
So we can hear why this was, you know what I mean?
And they didn't.
Hell no, they didn't call us back. No.
So here's your negative press, YNDC. That's a terrible look. This is terrible look. And you have people in the comment section destroying.
We've talked about this before. Why are you people that do this stuff not getting in front of and being proactive?
Yeah.
So you're going to sit there, YNDC, not make any comments, not say anything. They didn't even talk to the news about it. Like they said that the president or whoever it is, his name is Ian Beniston, the executive director, no commented the news. So the news call said no comment. No comment.
Yeah, if there was legitimate grounds for eviction, they would have said it. Like they were involved in the crime or part of gangs or somebody said go get them kind of thing. But if to hear nothing, that means it was just there wasn't good enough grounds.
Yeah. So they're going to hide. So here's the thing. This is going to be damaging to YNDC. Now, guess what's going to happen now? Because they don't want to get in front of this.
Yeah.
Anytime YNDC goes to evict somebody, does something shady, does anything questionable, they're going to get hammered now for a long, long time because this executive director isn't making a comment.
On YNDC. That's very
bad. Very
Jimmy
bad.
says the press was bad, the PR was bad, but the community's support for Gary was enormous.
That was good to see.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Everybody got involved. Yeah. We probably had 20 or 30 people messaging us saying, you guys got to get involved in this immediately. Yeah. We had, I had text messages. They're like, this guy.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Gary immediately and said, hey man, come on our show. He was going to, but then it resolved itself. Or it resolved with Frankie and them.
Like just about any HOA, they probably don't have the means to fight a lawsuit. They're probably just used to bullying people who do give up and don't fight back.
Well, and here's the thing. People were messaging us saying this isn't the first time this has happened with YNDC. Right? They're messaging us saying this happens with YNDC a lot. They're strict. Somebody called it a communist organization. Like, these are things that people were saying about YNDC.
Yeah.
And this is just the first time they got called out on it and got exploded.
The only experience I do have with them, like I said, was just they're showing their properties, and it's like the rules and very strict.
Yeah.
Very, very strict. And I'm like, it reminds me of, like they said,
it's an HOA. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I've met with them a bunch
HOA.
of times. I didn't know they were in real estate. I know they did rehabs and I know they do beautifications. They seem very like hippie-ish. So it's very surprising that it would take such a hard line on a business.
It's almost like socialists. For whatever reason, slide into authoritarian government. I don't know.
Is that their nature?
I feel like
maybe their nature. They're like, oh, a business. Let's get them.
They just never have enough control, and they just keep taking and taking. I don't know. It's a topic for another time, I guess.
Anyways, it resolved itself. Congrats! Like if I'm Gary, the owner, I would be freaking minding my P's and Q's because I still think YNDC eventually is going to try and get them out of there.
Oh, first they're going to be looking for everything.
Like maybe they won't renew his lease when it comes due. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like at YNDC, if you do that, you're going to look real bad. They deserve all the bad press they get. They were wrong trying to build up Youngstown, but then they evict businesses. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, see that, and they're going to YNDC is going to suffer.
It's they trying to build up Youngstown, but according to their terms,
right?
Which is never good. It should be according to the people's terms. Not your term.
How about instead of just doing a 3-day eviction, why don't you just
call the
owner and talk to him about it?
Right? Because no, that it's our place and we have the power, and you're going to listen to what we tell you, or else you're going to get removed.
Right. And then the other problem is too. So YNDC does this to a black business owner. So people were screaming racism. People were screaming. You know what I mean? Like it's bad.
It's take advantage of
bad, man. Bad.
Angelina says, I will say the community showed up for him and helped him out big time. I wish the community would do that as well with other more positive projects. Yeah.
I 100%. But again, everybody's like always bashing on Facebook and social media. This is when social media comes in huge to save a bit local business. 100%. They rally it, and there you go. He posted his customers are not allowed to smoke in the parking lot where we can be evicted. So nobody smoke in the parking lot.
No smoking in the parking lot. Please be well behaved when you visit and you get your lineup. It's important.
So when you go, you go to Gary's now, what you need to do is dress nice.
Yeah.
Maybe have a Bible in one hand, like you're going into
that's a good look,
right? Like a Bible tie, going to your haircut.
YNDC's got like unmarked cars and like sitting across, like with binoculars. Like
there's a van marked flowers across the street, flower delivery. He posted, that's crazy. So, anyways, congrats to Gary. There you go. Next topic. We're getting closer.
Artemis?
Nope, not yet. We're getting closer.
He's never going to do Artemis because I want it so bad.
I keep looking at the clock.
That far
let's talk about our other.
We're out of time for today.
Before our next topic, let's talk about our next 3 sponsors, shall we?
It's going to be 10:29. Let's talk about Artemis. We're out of time.
Next sponsor is Car Culture in Warren, and I actually see Jimmy Deuce in the comments, owner of that
Jimmy Deuce
establishment.
Whoa, DJ.
Up in Warren. Car Culture is the area's premium pre-owned dealership. Located in Trumbull County, right on 422. They managed to be Ohio's highest-rated dealership for 7 years in a row.
How much?
Highest-rated dealership for 7 years in a row. And I can tell you, I've been there before.
Maybe I got
Jimmy is honest. He tells it how it is. He gives you the truth. You don't walk in there and you aren't looked at like a piece of meat.
Do I have to worry about VIN numbers? Jimmy, do I have to worry about VIN numbers being wrong on the paperwork?
Other car dealerships look at you like a piece of meat. Jimmy, he treats you right, and he's a genuine good dude. And from being there myself, I can tell you they're honest. They offer a wide selection of highly serviced pre-owned vehicles, 40 different lenders for all of your financing needs, and full service department to take care of maintenance and repair for all makes and models.
Perfect.
I actually went there for the service department for my Nissan.
Jimmy said never.
And Jimmy actually couldn't fix it. Their service department, it was something with Nissan specific. He's like, you have to take this to their dealership. I'm going to call over there and make sure they don't screw you over.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was like he couldn't help me because it was a Nissan thing. He sent me somewhere else and was like, "Hey, listen, I'm going to call over and tell them not to screw you."
Nice.
So it was awesome.
There you go.
And then whether it's sales or service, there's no need to be nervous. Car culture is comfortable car buying. What's a season?
Lucas is driving next year.
Yeah.
Lucas is going to take Maggie's car. I'm going to have to buy a car. Maybe I'll go see Jimmy Deuce.
And get Jimmy to buy you like the cheapest clanker on the lot.
No, he's taking Maggie's clanker. So we're gonna have to get a nice car for Maggie.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah.
Because she's driven the same car for like 10 years and I've had like 3 brand new cars.
Jimmy has literally told me, "Hey, dude, when you're ready to buy a car, don't go anywhere else. Just call me. Tell me exactly what you want. I'll find it." He says, "I will find it."
Nice.
I was like, "Okay. All right.
And then one more.
2 more sponsors. We have Simmons Water. Simmons Water. Pull them up. Simmons Water and Construction. Simmons Water specializes in treating hard well water, city water, protects your home from harmful contaminants in drinking water. I have a well. Companies like this are awesome because they can come in, they can install water softeners, they can install filtration, whole house filtration systems, whatever you need. Simmons Water. They're an awesome local water company that supports us and we support them. So they replace, like I said, hot water tank, install water softeners, commercial and residential, and we highly recommend Simmons Water. They're also a sponsor for Youngstown Treasure Hunt. They sponsor the Treasure Hunt. 3 hunts now.
How's it
got
going?
another hunt coming up this weekend.
Can we do them in our water bottle or our water cooler? Do they do the
That's
bottles?
what we were wondering.
Do they do water bottles?
If Melissa's watching, do you guys do water jugs? Because we need water. We're always filling up
Yeah, we drink a ton of water
in the
out of
studio,
show.
and we want to support you, so we'll come buy some. Also, at my house, I have them too. So
Do they deliver?
if they did deliver, that'd be awesome.
I
love water.
I go through like 10 a day, or not 10 a month.
That's insane. That's a shitload of water.
Everybody,
Excuse my French.
nobody understands.
And
what
then
it's like.
Symbolic Creations, our last but not least sponsor, wedding photographers and videographers serving Northeast Ohio.
OnlyFans
On top of doing weddings,
per day.
Emmanuel has literally said
day. What's it called? Burlesque pictures.
Burlesque.
I think he said he'd do sexy pictures.
He said he will literally film anything. So when we start, if you're doing residential or real estate photography, we're gonna have him out to shoot our listings.
Feet pics.
If you want to send
Extreme
feet pics,
close-up feet pics
to your loved
fungus
to your loved ones.
I'm gonna be like, you get in there.
You want to become an OnlyFans model?
Real close.
Emmanuel-
Show that hangnail.
Emmanuel said he will do literally anything,
Anything.
but he likes to focus on wedding photography and videography.
See, he knew it. Border. How do you say it? Border. How do you say that?
Boudoir.
That's like you ever see those pictures? That's like where the
sexy,
ladies
but
are all
they
like,
have-
"Could you do one for me?"
Symbolic
Totally.
Creations
pregnant.
focuses on capturing real moments, the emotions, the details, and everything in between, along with stunning drone coverage that adds a whole new perspective to your special day, so your story can be told for a lifetime.
Dude,
Angelina, come
we're
on.
advertising them horribly right now.
This is what he said. He said he will literally do anything.
Creepily and everything.
So call them for your next wedding. They'll take care of you, and they're awesome. Symbolic's awesome.
God.
And thanks, Emmanuel, for sponsoring. We appreciate you, brother.
Emmanuel. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm never sponsoring these people ever
Right.
again.
Just when those creeps come to him and say, "I want you to."
we're trying to break him into a new market. He should be
Right.
thanking us.
He's gonna
Make
get so.
your prices very
Guys,
high.
I want you to know he's going to be like, MLO Bros, I just wanted to call in and tell you I've had 10 new clients call me and I have weekly photography meetings set up with them, but it's just old 70-year-old men that want me to take pictures of them in their tidy whities.
Do you think
Really strange.
Hey,
I'm actually super uncomfortable, but it's good money.
Emmanuel, I have a question. Emmanuel, how far can you zoom in with your cameras? Because maybe like creepers are gonna be like, hey, I need you to take a picture of my neighbor. She's hot out there.
No peeping Toms wanted. 20% off feet pics.
The amount of people who called me for a quote for butthole picture.
Right.
See?
Oh, and also Emmanuel Symbolic photography or Symbolic Creation, sorry. They're doing 20% off if you call and tell them, hey, the MLO Bros sent you as well.
20% off for photography? Is that what you said?
There's a discount.
There's a discount. Okay.
If you call,
be careful. Say
there's
20%.
a discount if you call and mention the MLO Bros.
There you go.
You saw us talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
20% off.
Maybe it's something like you get both feet you pay for both feet, you get a butthole.
Buy 1 foot, get the second foot free.
Buy 2 feet, get a butthole free.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say butthole on radio.
I'm not allowed to say butthole.
You can say orifice.
Can you say sphincter?
Yes. Medical terms when you're talking
Anus.
when you're talking about it with medical context.
Yes.
I need him to take
Your
medical.
anus is on fire. No, it's
dude. 20% off any package on his website.
Hell yeah,
Look at
brother.
that.
That's awesome.
Can you add to your website butthole pictures and just put it in there and send it to
breaking rules. It's like $10,000 every time.
Anus pictures.
You can say Uranus.
What about
Uranus?
brown Buckeye?
It's Uranus, dude.
Uranus.
What about Uranus?
It's not Uranus. It's Uranus. You got me to say anus like 6 times.
It's not anus.
It's not anus.
Brown
They
Buckeye.
hate us because they ain't us, Joe.
Brown Buckeye.
Someone would complain. I don't know that you
What
get a
about
fine, but you get a warning.
Taint.
Corn
Taint
cutter.
is long medical. You're allowed to say medical. Yeah.
Corn cutter.
I think that's
Bunghole. Poop shoot.
Probably
Okay, we're wondering what's the next topic.
Artemis.
Brown eye.
Artemis. No, not yet. Pizza or Brandon Kovac.
Man. Taint.
Let me pull up his thing.
It taint your butt, it taint your balls. It's your taint.
Brandon Kovac. Isaac, why don't you know what, Joe? Why don't you tell us about this guy? Who is
Let's
it?
talk about your history with this guy too.
Okay, so Brandon has been a Joe troll for years. I would say something on Facebook. He was like, he and what's his name? What's the other kid's name? Liam and Brandon would double team me. Oh,
Yeah, they would.
Yes,
We need some pictures.
Yes, they would. In the comment section.
Rephrase.
In the comment section.
In the comments section, they would team up on me, and they're both really big liberals, like really big liberals. So no matter what I would say, they would take the liberal persuasion and just
that little bitch Liam still laugh reacts every
time.
Such like get a life, dude.
He's such a little bitch.
So anyway,
such a little bitch.
So there was a point where I would argue with him sometimes, and sometimes I would just let him be mean to me. These two guys would always
Joe 9 times out of 10 you let them be mean in the comments and just don't even respond.
But I made so much money from those interactions. I love the fact that they were there because they would drum up a ton of comments and engagement. So I let it be. I wasn't taking it personal.
Right.
But then they started coming after me personally. It amped up a little bit, and they started coming after my integrity and my intelligence. And it's just making it got worse. And that's when Isaac stepped in. And he
mess with my
put
Joe.
On the cape and flew down.
Don't you mess with my Joe.
And I backed off and said, holy shit, Isaac is dragging the shit out of this guy. Now you tell the remaining part of the story because you tell it better.
So he made it personal, and he's coming after Joe, calling Joe uneducated and making fun of Joe because Joe didn't go to college. I don't care if Joe didn't go to college. He is one of the smartest people I know. And that means nothing. You know who's not smart? Brandon Kovac and all of his stupid things he's done that's put him in this freaking situation he's in right now.
Well, you got to, before we get into the situation, you got to remember too, he's been he tried to run for different positions.
Right.
And like he's never gotten elected. Yeah. He's got look at his reviews. There was a Facebook group that said he was ripping people off.
Right.
Like
fraud. He got accused of fraud.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 counts. Okay.
Right, you want me to read them?
Going after girls saying that they gave venereal diseases to all of Austintown. Just crazy, absolutely ridiculous shit in comment section because they don't agree with him politically. So then he runs for office. And I'm like, this guy, it doesn't matter what and I've said this in his comment section. I don't care what your politics are. You are a troll. You're not good for anyone in anything, and you need to go away.
He threatened.
And the only reason you're attacking Joe is because you're a little pussy. Yeah. And Joe isn't going to comment back and isn't going to play ball. So you just keep going and keep piling on and keep attacking. But if I ever see you in person, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about you because I know the type of man you are.
Yeah.
You are weak, small, and gross. And I'm going to tell it to your face because I'm not even allowed to say what I want to say to you on Facebook because Facebook will take me down.
So we made a couple posts when he ran and just hammered him.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big time. I mean, we hammered him. I would safely say,
yeah,
we got the word out quick that this dude was a scumbag. And what was amazing was all the people when we made this post, he attacked me here. Like, he wasn't just you he was attacking.
No,
he attacked
go after
everybody.
Yeah.
All the time that disagreed with him.
And the thing is, when you're arguing about stupid politics, the second you stoop to the level of like going after someone personally because they disagree with you, it's just dumb. It's just so frustrating and stupid. It makes you look terrible.
Right. Yeah. So the community absolutely revolted. And I honestly think he was surprised at how much hate he got. Like, I think he was surprised.
When you're that big of a troll, though, like, there were so many people in the comments that were like, this guy came after me for this. Yeah. This guy came after me for this. This guy's not a good person.
Yeah.
Like, he did this. So it's like, dude, that guy being a troll, it's finally caught up with him, which is amazing.
We get an email from a guy named George.
Yeah, George Rodriguez.
And he was actually they're in court right now.
Yeah, I believe Brandon was responsible for like $1 million that he owed George.
Yeah.
And George won. And then it escalated where then Brandon countersued for like harassment or something like that, which got thrown out of court.
Right.
And then George, where it was a civil lawsuit, escalated to a criminal lawsuit. And that's when the 5 counts.
Right.
Where did he say he went to school? He said he went to some Ivy League school, but it was like online or something.
It was some online thing. Yeah, it was.
He went to an Ivy League school. Listen, man, you're an academic. And your academics and your ability to be so smart has gotten you in a place where you're going to go to prison. You're so smart, Brandon.
He said to us, like, when we were fighting, he was going to sue us for defamation. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm like, you literally just showed your cards. You have no clue. He's like, well, I'm going to sue you guys for defamation and libel. And I'm like, dude, you're a
Harvard
candidate.
He said he went to Harvard.
Yeah.
He took Harvard online classes.
I was like, you're a candidate. You are fair fucking game. So good luck.
And I'm not. I went to YSU. I have a bachelor's degree at YSU. I'm not the smartest person on the planet. But listen, at least I'm not going to prison.
He's not going.
I'm smart enough to not end up in prison.
Alleged crimes. Now you ready? So this came out the other day. It's the state of Ohio versus Brandon Kovich. An indictment. So he was indicted. So in front of a grand jury, indicted for the following: aggravated theft, specification for forfeit of property, one to count one, grand theft, telecommunications fraud.
Nice.
I'm like, those are pretty bad, right? Securing white ratings by deception. Pretty bad. You want to know the one that's going to send them to prison? Money laundering.
Yikes.
That's a bad one. Upon the consideration of this court, this matter has been scheduled for in-person arraignment April 6, 2026. Wow. So
didn't he do something with Mill Creek Park too, where after he got his,
he said he was going to donate $1 million to him or something,
and he never pledged that, and he never donated.
Yeah, so that's probably part of George's.
And then he was like
million.
bragging about how he pledged all this money,
and he never gave it to him. Yeah.
Crazy. Well, he was one of those guys that's like, Trump's a terrible, and Trump's this and Trump's that, and
sounds like you're
going to prison for white collar crime, buddy.
Duplicator says the bars set to prove defamation or libel are very high. Only idiots saying they're going to sue for that, especially when an a-hole is out on the internet. Yeah, exactly.
The best part was that he then was running as a politician, and we were able to stand up and say, this
fair game, dude.
Not good.
Fair game.
Yeah. Could you imagine if he got elected?
A little bit of advice here. If you've got 1 billion skeletons in your closet, do not run for public office ever. Please.
So like 2 or 3 days before this thing dropped, the grand jury dropped. He stepped out of the election. He dropped out of the election.
Probably a good call.
Health reasons. I was like, yeah, your health reasons. Because your freaking brown Buckeye is going to get freaking white in here in a couple months.
10,000.
No, brown Buckeye. I didn't say butthole.
Okay,
No,
it was not medical.
Sphincter.
You weren't saying he was having a surgery on his brown butthole. You just said the brown butthole. Not allowed to do that one.
He's good at
His sphincter will be penetrated in prison.
That is a sexual act, and that is also not allowed on.
There's got to be a way to
But
say
it's
it.
about prison. Like,
Yeah.
it's what happens in prison.
Wait, Jerry Dubos just
Balloon
said, I
knot.
tuned in here to hear about Artemis. Yeah, it's coming,
Me
Jerry.
too, Jerry.
It's coming, Jerry.
Jerry,
Jerry,
freaking
soon.
here.
Jerry,
Just hang on.
Soon. 10:20, 10:10. You got about 19 minutes. Cool. Can't wait to tell my story about the Common Pleas candidate cosplaying as a Republican. Okay. That one's done.
balloon knot.
Can I make one suggestion?
Is it about Artemis?
No,
Okay.
no.
Balloon knot really
I-
does look like a butthole.
And I'll have you read it because
Really?
because I don't know if
Like
it's going to be relevant.
it
or
really does.
balloon knot.
Yeah, you ever look at a balloon knot?
not. So just look over that real quick and see if you want to make it any kind of topic. It was from our friend Tracy sent this morning.
Emmanuel Symbolic says 20% off mugshots.
We talked about this.
Did you?
This is the one. Remember, I think this is the same thing. The bottom dollar business being on the table. So where's bottom dollar at? Is that somewhere? Where's that?
What are we talking about?
Hold on. The bottom dollar has no business being on the table for the new. Okay, they're talking about the Board of Elections.
Okay.
Going to the bottom where the bottom dollar is.
Where is this at?
I think
where's
it's
bottom
dollar? Where's that at? Where's the bottom dollar?
I don't know.
It's
So many of
like
them closed. I
It's
don't know
like a
which one
dollar
we're talking.
store type deal.
It used
The
to
old
be. It's
building,
closed.
they moved
It's
out.
closed. It's closed. Is that over by like Taco Bell off of Market? There was one
so
there.
many
There
of
were
them, I
so
don't know.
many of them. Yeah, I
So
don't know.
Tracy, if you're here, if you want to give us some direction
Yeah.
on which bottom dollar.
So remember when Julius Oliver was talking about giving money to his wife's nonprofit? We kind of caught him on that.
Yeah.
That is one of the Julius Oliver allocated $500,000 approved at the end of 2024 in City Council for a minority women's health center to go in there.
Okay.
At the bottom dollar. Nothing has been done with the building since 2024. Where's the money? Same deal with the YOROC training center. Dream the dream. Get the money. Then proof gone or hidden in YNDC's pocket.
Who's this coming
This is from
Tracy.
Tracy.
Tracy's giving.
You
us-
guys need to talk about this. I know Julius is your friend. Julius is, I don't know, friends. He's a
acquaintance.
And
been on the show.
All but this is happening right before your eyes. And I think that Minority Health Center is the one where we linked it to going to his wife.
His wife is a majority shareholder or owner of that other company that is or nonprofit, right?
It's right, correct. It's on Glenwood.
So they bought the building, or how did
they allocated money to buy it? I think.
Yeah, she started at LLC. He transferred the money, and the intention was to buy that building for the minority health.
But now they're talking about putting the Board of Elections in there.
So they're not.
I don't know.
So where's the money?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
It's a good question. Maybe
this is something this is like a big deal. This is the news should be looking into this.
Yeah.
I know they posted a story last time we talked about it, but
I'll let them. I'm sure they're watching. They're going to probably start researching.
Hey, WFMJ and WKBN intern, get on that.
Yeah, seriously. There's your free news article for the day.
Yeah,
that you guys will run after us.
So money was transferred to Oliver's wife's nonprofit.
Remember
for
that?
Helping kids and women in the community.
Limited minority. Yeah.
Okay. And then they said they are going to allocate
I think this is the same building. I'm not sure. I think it's
$500,000 to this building
for that thing
for the nonprofit,
and nothing has come of it
since 2024.
And your question is that money then slides back to Youngstown. It's a project that didn't happen, right?
That's where it should go.
So did it go back to Youngstown? Did it go to?
So WFMJ, we need to know
another building.
I will send. I'm going to send Julius an email today.
That's my question.
I'll send Julius an email.
I'm not accusing anyone of anything.
I just like to know where
the money went.
Yep, I think it's a good question.
Maybe it's going to a different building.
Yeah, I'll email Julius. I want to get a fair side. Yep.
Salaries were paid though.
I don't know. Were salaries paid? That's a good question too. I'm gonna write this. Salaries
Many questions. Not accusing anybody of anything.
Right.
Building.
Just wondering where the money went.
I'll email Julius. I told Julius I was gonna give him a fair shot before he started talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
And if there is corruption, I think that's not good for Youngstown,
Mm-hmm.
and we should eliminate it immediately.
Correct. All right, that was a good one, Joe. Good job.
Nick Shirley, get him in here, dude. Looking at windows.
We took some shit.
Okay. For what?
For our interview with Nikki Frenchco.
Dude, we're never good enough. It just is what it is, bro.
Shit.
I saw that.
People were accusing us of
Going too easy.
Dude,
on her. Did you hear she got accused of pooping on a tanning bed floor? Did you hear about that?
Why'd you bring that one up?
Bro, she texted me after. She's like, she's like, did you see this comment? And it was like, what? Did you poop on the floor? Was that true? And we didn't ask her about the poop on the floor. I guess she was accused of going to a tanning bed because she's so tan and taking a dump on the floor when she was done and leaving.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've done that.
Me too.
My favorite comment was that you were a cuck for her. That was it.
Yeah. We were cucks for her. Somebody accused us of being related to her.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of look like her.
It's the Puerto Rican in me, I guess. I don't know. What else did they say? They said we're friends with her. She paid us off to do a nice interview.
But then there was another dude that said we were coming for it. We're gonna ruin Nikki Frenchco.
That guy's a troll. I attacked
dude.
that guy.
I don't understand what I
don't think he watched. I said, "Did you watch the interview?" He said, "Yeah, I did." So here's what he accused us of: being nice to her to get her on the air and then ruin her. I'm like, dude, that math doesn't add up at all, bro. I totally went at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do, it's always somebody.
Oh, Emmanuel wants to call in. Call in, Emmanuel.
Should I call before we talk about Artemis? I think I have 14 minutes.
People, you're just pushing me off the table. I know it. That's your whole.
We let Joe come back on the screen. The next thing you know, Joe, you're gonna be over there, and then the next thing you're gonna come in, your little computer thing's gonna be over on the couch.
If
can't see you.
If we office space, you have to go to the.
If we go for another 45 minutes, we don't have to talk about Artemis.
45 minutes.
So if we just drag this bitch out.
So yeah, we got called cucks. We got called all this stuff.
And I'm like, I can't. I want to get to know somebody. You want to bring them in here. You want to sit them down, get to know them as people. Whether she was putting on a show or whatever, I'm not going to sit here and bash a lady. That's not what I'm going to do. And if you want to do that, you have your own show. You invite her on, and you can do that. But I'm not gonna we talked about good, bad. I disagreed with her. I'm not gonna sit here.
I talked to Denny Malloy, and he said the people up there were all pissed at us because we didn't attack her. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
What do you want me to do?
You're
a slut.
Did you poop on the floor
for going to a nude beach? What do you?
The people were saying she's ruined lives. She's done this and that. I was like, I'm still going to have her on here. We're going to be nice to her.
Whose lives did she? I saw that comment.
Yeah.
Whose lives did she ruin?
I don't know.
Because I would have, if you could,
people, I think people were renting off of her. But it's all personal stuff.
Ask her about her rentals.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. We're going to talk about Artemis in a second. Now everybody's back again.
No, they're not. Now Emmanuel's calling.
Let's talk to Emmanuel.
We could probably drag this phone call out.
So anyways, I don't care what anybody says. I think we did a good job with Nikki. I think we were nice. I think she got the point across. I think she dodged a couple questions.
Yeah, there were people threatening us before the interview saying you better be, you're just going to have her on to be
then there were people
jerk to her.
Yeah. People were saying we're going to be mean to her.
Caller, you're on the line. Who are you and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Emmanuel with Symbolic Creations. I'm calling from, work.
Hey, Emmanuel. Did you take any butt pictures?
How's it going, guys?
Take any butthole pictures today? I just got to sign again.
No, not yet.
No, nice.
Still morning. Fingers crossed.
Right. No. You're doing. Are you doing your photography thing or different work?
What's that now?
A photography thing or different work?
Oh, different work. I'm still trying to build my car back up together. It's in pieces right now, so I'm just trying to get it set up before the Salem Super Cruise this year.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet.
So what's going on, man? What do you want to talk about?
Maybe a little bit of a redemption from, instead of feet pics and butthole pics, maybe wedding photography, videography, engagements a little bit.
Like what you actually do.
It's gonna clear out the name a little bit.
That's what you get.
Give your elevator speech. What do you want people to know about Symbolic Creations? We'll let you go.
Well, I want everybody to know that we're local. It's me and my fiance. We run the show together. We don't hire out from anywhere else. Who you see is who you get. We're in the area. We want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. We're not going to, scam you guys. There's a lot of that going on all over the place, to where you can't even trust who you talk to anymore. We want to provide something to where it's, it's local. It's here. We're in the area for you guys. We're going to give you the best service we possibly can. And, we don't ever want to ruin somebody's day. We want to make it to where it's like when they look back at all these photos and videos that we make for them, they made the right choice with going with us, and they never have to like lose sleep at night over it.
Actually, last night, I was kind of when I was doing the different pictures, like the grabbing your stuff, grabbing your symbolic logo. Dude, you have very, very good pictures on there. I was like, they are really, really nice. So if you can go on there, right? It's what's your website?
It's symbolicCreations.com.
Yeah, check it out if you're there, if you're watching. I mean, it was very, very well done. And now they get a discount too on any of the packages that are on your website. So, you there?
Yep, I'm still here.
All right, awesome.
We've got a ton of weddings this year too. Our calendars are booking up pretty good. We've done a few local shows in the area these last couple weekends. So even the content that you see now, I know it's like slow on my Facebook and Instagram and everything like that, but once we start getting into the wedding season here in the next month, it's gonna blow up. We're gonna be posting every single day. We're gonna be putting up some videos, maybe some how-to stuff as well.
Awesome.
Some pointers and tips for brides that are getting ready for their wedding day. So we have this whole thing planned out, ready to go for this year, and it's looking pretty good.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, when you post those, will you tag us in it, and we'll share them for you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
I promise I will not let Isaac talk about butthole pictures anymore.
No, it's fine. I can handle it. I promise.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later, man. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, there you go. Manual from Symbolic Creations.
Yeah, you kind of owed him that.
We did. 100% we did. I'm going to wait for my... So is Nikki the reason that we aren't having politicians on? So here's what happened, Joe. Isaac, you'll appreciate this.
Yep.
Since we had Nikki on, we've gotten request after request after request after request after request. And that is not exaggerating, to have politicians on to talk about the upcoming election and where they stand and what they want to do. I personally don't want to do that because I find it boring. I find it annoying. I find it dumb.
To the people, like defending the people that said we weren't hard enough on Nikki, here's the problem. We catch these politicians at their best when they come on here and they put on a show.
Right.
And it's just such fake conversation. And it's like not...
I don't want to do it.
I know it to an extent. It's our job to break them down, but it's just, what are you gonna do for the community?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the greatest, and I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be so good, and we're gonna work on this, and then none of that shit ever happens.
Can I be honest with you?
It's just a waste of conversation.
Can I be honest with you? We have a politician on that's running any of them. Unless they're controversial, they're gonna sit there, and we're gonna have 5 people watching.
Right.
It's just what it's going to happen.
What if they pay you $20,000?
I'm in.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, you want to? You know what?
Yeah.
Kim, you want to get a politicians on? $20,000.
Yep.
Dude, I'll do it. I'll do it for 10.
10 grand? What about 5? 5 grand?
All right. So they've got $1 million in their campaign bank account.
5 grand?
Here's what we do.
For 10.
We do a special show on Wednesdays.
5 grand.
7,500. You cut Joe a check for $2,500. You cut me a check for $2,500, and you cut Luke a check for $2,500.
Wednesdays,
I will come in here on Wednesdays at noon or whenever the hell you want to. 10.
Fall right after Joe and Cal.
Whenever you want to do it.
Will you wear their T-shirt?
I will wear whatever. I will be a little slut for you, okay? But I am just bored with stupid politicians.
And here's the thing. The people watching at home are bored of stupid politicians. Nobody wants to see it.
Yeah.
BJ gets nothing is what he's pointing out.
Where's my dough? $10,000, $2,500 to Luke, $2,500 to Joe, $2,500 to me, and $2,500 to BJ, so he doesn't fall asleep in the back room.
You know what? Edit that shit.
Yeah, at least he gets to sleep through it in the back room. I got to sit here and act like I'm interested.
You know what? I would say I'd do it for $1,000 each. Would you do $1,000 for an hour and a half? So $4,000, dude. You're not going to do it for $1,000
every week? $4,000? Yeah, I'll probably do it.
Sacrifice your integrity for $1,000,
dude. $1,000.
My integrity. Listen. I'm a cheap slut, but I'm not a cheap slut.
Emmanuel is in for another $1,000. He'll do free feet pics.
Right.
We'll throw $6,000. You throw in an extra $1,000.
Like Joe said, is our integrity worth it, Luke?
Yes, 100%.
Worth $1,000?
No, our integrity. I want $1,000. Anybody that's doing this, I will do it for $1,000 by myself.
Also, if you want to advertise in our groups, we've everything Youngstown, everything Poland, everything Camel, everything, all of them. It's $1,000 a group, and we'll let you absolutely bombard the group.
Duplicate starts at MLO Bros. You went from 20,000 to 1,000 in 2 minutes. What the fuck? We talked ourselves down.
It's like a bunch of guys sitting around a campfire and like drinking beers and like, hey, how much would you suck a penis for?
A Cheeto.
How much?
Do a Cheeto.
And like it was like I'd play with his balls for $1 million.
Taylor says, "Don't Lobo, don't 1,000. Don't go as far anymore." I'd still do it for $1,000. Anybody wants this interview on Wednesday?
That's literally what. And then you have some guys like, "I'd do it for $1,000. I'd do it right now for free." What? You what?
Bill, you really want to suck a pee, don't
you? Did you ever see this? Did you ever see the 3 guys tied in a basement? They're tied up in like chairs and they're all like facing the camera.
Is it a video online?
It's a video online. And the guy, I want to do this with me, you, and Jeremy because it'd be so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Or me, you, and Joe, right? We're all tied up in the basement. And the guy, like, you don't see the guy off camera. He's like, when I get back here, we're going to do, what's it called the movie where they attach the human centipede?
Yeah.
Wait.
They argue over who's in what spot.
No. So the guy's like, when I get back down here, we're doing a human centipede. You hear the door close. The one guy's like, I want the front. The next guy's like, I want the back. And the one guy's like, I'm taking the middle. Yeah, let's go.
It's all pumped about it.
So there you go. Have you ever heard of shady politicians with horrible feet pics? Come on. Yeah. So anybody, $1,000, we'll do it. Did you see?
In 2 more minutes, you'll do it for 2 Frankie's 7.5 pizzas.
All right. 10:26. I mean, we're almost out of time. I think I've talked about it. Let's talk about Artemis for 4 minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate
we got to talk about Artemis first.
No, we are. I'm just going to do our
closing. You got to do this first.
Hey, we are loan officers. We are real estate agents. Right. We're buying a home, selling a home. You need help with financing, refinancing. Give us a call. We'll happily help you out. We'll use our platform to...
Isaac, keep going. As long as you can.
We'll use our platform. Luke, me, my phone number is 330-921-8970. Luke, what's your phone number?
330-651-7081. 330.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Let's do a little ad read for all of our
Let's do a little ad read for all of our... Let's go through our advertisements one more time.
One more time. No, okay, we're talking about Artemis. Okay. I'm actually interested in this. I'm not going to lie.
We'll give you a little... We're going to go bonus time because no one's going to tune into it. My kids are home.
No, Joe, these people aren't coming back.
Do you think they're dead?
No, I think it's going to be all right. I got one moment there where they had heat shield problems on the test, and they say they fixed it, but they never retested.
On re-entry?
Yeah, so when you're coming back, there's a heat shield on the bottom of the capsule, and it's got to come through the atmosphere.
That's always a concern, right?
And it didn't do well on their test, and they say they fixed it, but there was no retesting of the fixed version. So
heat shields have gotten astronauts in the past, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Yikes.
The burning up of things is bad for humans.
Didn't the one, did you ever see the one they died on like something caught fire while they were on the ground and they like burned alive?
There was one in-cabin fire.
Yeah, it killed everybody while they were there and they couldn't get to
Why
the
don't
time.
they land on the moon and bring them land on the moon and then extract from the moon and come home like they've done before?
Well, this capsule can't land anything.
Oh, it can't.
So it's not.
Oh, is the technology real hard to make something that lands?
Well, this was never intended to be a landing. It's just a drive-by.
Cameron, we were watching and they said that, and Cameron's like, Dad, you know what this is like? I'm like, what? Because they're going to the moon and coming, not stopping. It's like it's like driving to the Outer Banks and just turning around.
Yeah,
it's like,
they're just going for a little ride.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
The shitter broke yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Their bathroom
The
broke.
shitter broke. Yeah.
So they got till Monday.
What do you mean?
They come back on Monday, isn't it?
Well, it's 10-day trip, so it's gonna take 4 days to get there. They're gonna want to do an orbit and 4 days back.
They're probably gonna get some really cool pictures.
Yeah, of the flat moon and the flat Earth.
Yeah.
When did the actual first space program? When did they land on the moon? 64,
71.
71.
Yeah, they did a bunch of drive-bys, test rockets, all the Apollo missions leading up to. I think
71.
The first one.
So
with less technology than what's in your phone.
Right. How did they do that, Joe?
Just sheer will.
Do you
Also-
think they did it, or you think they faked it?
I think they did it.
You think back that?
Yeah, maybe not the moon landing how we saw it, but I think they.
What do you mean
they did
not
it.
how we saw it?
What we saw on TV was recreation, some theater.
You
It was a
think?
space-
So
Oh,
you think
yeah.
the moon landing was
I
fake?
do not think the footage we saw.
They
was
got
real.
like a direct. They got the guy who shot The Shining to film it, dude.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick. So you think it was all set up?
Well, I think they actually did it, but I think what we saw wasn't what they actually did.
Really?
Yeah.
But how with the tech back then? I mean, the tech back then, they didn't have video. Like, there was no tech. There was no tech.
You see footage, right? You see footage of this
Space madness.
You see the ship, little tiny ship coming down on the moon and then taking back off, and it's like, did you go back and get that camera, or how did we get that
The camera still there?
footage?
Yeah. Wondering. Or the dude
Was
that
it like a
the
live
operator?
feed?
Yeah, they
Like
did a live
in
feed.
the 60s. In the
It's
70s.
hard to believe that it was as perfect as we saw it to be, and that's why I don't believe
Perfect
it.
live feed in 71
I mean, they
from
didn't
the
have-
goddamn moon.
You got to realize you didn't have people didn't have computers. We're talking like typewriters with like how I don't. see how
Hollywood
that's
was
possible.
booming, and we were in a bit of a space race with Russia.
100%.
I'm on the fence as to whether we originally landed on the moon in 1969. There is as much evidence that we did that there is suggestion we didn't. I lean toward we did.
And
It's
here's the thing:
1969.
it's like
69.
you get called a conspiracy theorist, but as of late, there have been a lot of points scored by said conspiracy theorists, from Epstein to But it's like the flat Earth people make the other not so crazy conspiracy theorists look bad,
very bad.
It's like
I think the Bigfoot people make people look bad too.
right.
Yeah,
So it's like, oh, I think there might be aliens. I think Bigfoot's real. It's like, well, that's where I draw the line. I think we didn't land on the moon. I think that the Earth is flat. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
So it's like conspiracy theorist covers too much, and some of the things, COVID was made in a lab. You were a conspiracy theorist.
So they said I was interested this morning.
Birds aren't real. That's
There
where
you
I
go.
draw the
Thank you.
line.
Yep.
Break out your foil. You're all on a roll. Yep.
Little drones that are taking camera.
Oh, can I show a Facebook comment from Julius for you guys to comment on real quick? Sure. Let's see it.
I think the city definitely needs a media outlet, a podcast of sorts. Let's call it The Whole Truth. The rest of the story, make it make sense or something to the effect that because 99% of the time, the city gets the end results of things, but have no idea what really happened. So everyone is just left to speculate. It's disgusting. It's almost like that's your job to communicate the things that are happening with the people. It's almost like that's your job as the government, and you guys do a terrible job.
Julius, when did he make that comment? Was it about 30 minutes ago? When did he make that comment?
We were just talking
We
about
were talking
we
about
need a podcast. It's almost like there are podcasters who do a podcast and live in downtown Youngstown. Huh.
You make everybody's phones blow up when you talk about them. I mean, he probably got 9 calls.
Yes,
when
30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago. We need a podcast so that people know what really happened.
Speaking of that, if he wants a Julius, if you want a podcast,
Youngstown City, right here.
name Youngstown in the city. You can fall right after we talk shit about you. You can come on and talk shit about us.
If only there was a studio in downtown Youngstown that Julius could use.
There's no way he would use your studio.
Have you guys seen one of those studios?
There's no way.
Yeah. Hey, Julius, for 4 easy payments of $2,500, I'll interview you once a week.
Julius, for $1,000 a week, I will talk about whatever you want. And I'll say, you can write me a script.
Hey,
I don't
definitely.
care.
That half a milli, I don't know what happened to it. It's fine.
Maybe you could get some funding from the city and pay us to do it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
We could start a shell organization and then you could pay us that way.
All right, Brandon Kovacs.
We could start a nonprofit.
We could start a nonprofit.
Isaac Schuster's nonprofit that's definitely not going into his pocket.
First moon landing was on July 20th, 1969.
Okay, correction. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, there we go. MLO Bros. Hashtag
MLO Bros.
I'm telling you, dude, I will 100% tore out. You tell me what you want me to say, how to dress for $1,000 on a Wednesday.
We've talked about this. If any big radio stations want to pay us to do our show, $100K a year.
I'll say whatever they want. I won't swear.
I will be such a good little boy.
For a salary of 100K.
Be such a good little boy.
I won't swear.
Just don't change anything. Don't make me come in here every day. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. That's not where every day is not worth it.
No.
There's no way. Taylor Varela get back to work. See, people are watching us at work and everything else like that. Anything else on Artemis, Joe?
What do you want to know? Because I'm.
Did you know the
sales.
cabin is 300 square feet?
Mm-hmm.
How big is that? Is that this room probably?
A little bit bigger than about the size, yeah.
For 4
10
people.
by 10.
That's not bad.
That'd be like me,
12,
you, and BJ.
30.
Do you think
The four of us, we could square this room off like four square.
Try and do it
we all have our corners. We should have done that.
should have done
streamed
it.
this live in a room
for 4 days.
For 10 days.
So leave your square and he gets
Yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah. Do you know how annoying that would be? And then their bathroom went bad, so we poop in bags.
Can we do
That'd
that
be
as an
such
experiment?
good
Me,
content.
you, the four of us in a 300
For
room
10 days.
For
Dude,
10 days.
That'll go viral.
Yeah.
We should have done it during
Have
their
somebody
time.
put up a prize money and we're all competing to get $20,000 if we stay in the circle or the square.
BJ would lose his mind.
Being around you guys? Fuck yeah, absolutely.
like Isaac and
BJ,
Isaac
could you pass the toilet paper, please?
It's like there's nothing. It's just a room with a toilet. That's all it is for 4
Put
days.
the toilet in the middle. And
We've
it's a
all
shared
agreed.
communal
We've
toilet.
all agreed that Joe is the weakest of us. We are all, when we poop, we are going to face our butts towards him.
Yes, I will not be able to stand it. I will tap out.
I don't think
early
I
on.
would poop for 4 days.
I wouldn't.
Like it was just
I
a
would
room with a
fast,
toilet.
and I would.
I'm going.
Is gonna look at you.
I'm going.
I know why you guys avoided Artemis. Do you think you do 4 days
Yeah,
in
I could do
a
it.
room with us? With
Yeah.
us?
As long as I got food and we could talk it out.
God, I hate it. Oh my God.
Is it just that, or do we get like laptops and stuff?
No, it's got to be sacrifice. It's got to be really.
we
boring.
just do it what they have up there.
That would be fair. They gotta have a TV and stuff, right? Like entertainment. Like
We could argue over what to watch.
Yeah, make it confrontational.
Wait,
Single toilet.
Isaac's gonna be like, "Hey, Joe, how do you change the VPN on my phone again so I can get into a porn?" Isaac gets the fifth.
I don't think there's any porn laws on the moon. So could you guys help me? Also,
NASA, our Pornhub's not
also,
working. NASA.
I'm gonna need to get a blanket delivered so that I can.
Now there's actually 3 guys and 1 woman on this trip.
Nice.
Do you think space sex ever happens?
They've had to do an experiment with it because they've sent up husbands and wives before. I'll bet it has.
I bet that would throw off the reproduction system because there's no gravity, so it would probably mess with things. I'm sure.
Spermiation wouldn't happen the
The
right
little
way.
sperm are going to be like,
Yeah, they're like, what the heck is going on?
You got
how am I supposed to swim?
clouds of sperm.
Not
everywhere.
surprisingly, since we started this conversation, we've lost 40 viewers.
See, you guys were right.
No, I
You
really
can't
think
say-
that-
Dude, DJ said this does just work in space.
Dude, if it's just like you probably friggin' just launch a load. Just
like a heat-seeking missile.
oh my gosh, this is why.
Yeah,
we're
but
not
everybody
radio.
vies for like the Mile High Club to have
Yeah.
sex in.
But that's the how many miles is that? That is a very
It's up
very.
there.
They have sent up couples before, so I would not be surprised. I mean, it's a bunch of dudes in NASA. We got to see what happens when we have sex.
Yeah,
I mean,
right, they have to test it,
they
I'm sure.
have to.
But I think they probably would tell them you can't do this, or their applicants no, they probably signed paperwork saying you're not supposed to.
It's a closed space that's wide open. There's no privacy. So if it's going to be anything, it's going to be a big version
the
of
other
it.
two dudes just sit there and watch.
Or join in. Yeah, you never know.
Sorry about the stank, gentlemen.
Oh my god, it's so bad. I find it quite. Oh my god, it's so gross.
Sorry about the stank.
This is why people don't like us.
It's a question.
It's a good question. I mean, because eventually, if we're gonna eventually try and repopulate space, you got to know what's going on.
Gravity reproduction.
It is Good Friday, gentlemen. We are being pretty sinful.
I tuned in for Good Friday talking. This is what I get. You, sir, are the wrong show.
Well, Sunday is Redemption Day. It's a retooling.
Right, yes.
So you could.
We gotta.
He's dying today, and then redemption comes Sunday.
We're deeper because this is the worst podcast I did. We got to get the sin out today. We should be sin. I'm gonna go rob a bank when we get out of here, right?
You don't announce you're gonna rob a bank.
Don't think
you intend to get away with.
I thought I'd get away with it in 3 days. 3 days,
There's
I'm
no
clean.
deniability.
No,
there's no deniability. You want to go to prison? Is that what it is?
Dude,
maybe if I'm Brandon
can we just
Kovac's
go back?
roommate.
Can we just go back to the fact that freaking Julius Oliver was totally watching our show? It just said we need a podcast.
I'm sure his show.
And then we talk about space jizz for the next 10 minutes. So he's okay.
Space jizz.
Julius right now. Is
He's like, this is exactly my point.
Space jizz. Julius is literally
people would rather listen to Space Jizz than politicians talk. I promise you that.
Good poll. Absolutely. I know they do.
Julius is just right now. He's like, I got to go see what they're talking about. If they're talking, like somebody texted him.
Oh, they're talking about me, huh?
Space jizz.
Will says definitely off the rails. Yeah. If Brandon goes to prison,
he's going to get jizzed.
You could totally troll him by committing a crime and get in the cell with him.
Yeah. Walk in, they open it up. Hey, I got top boys.
Watching this guy get dragged and trolled is one of my favorite things.
Hey.
It is just karma. Just came back so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly felt bad, Joe. Like, listen, I dragged this dude. Like, am I a piece of shit for attacking a troll on social media? And then it's like, well, he got karma. So that makes me feel
You feel way less bad.
Yeah, way less bad.
AI says NASA and Russians deny humans. Of course AI does. They're not going to admit
Russians are freaks too, man. You're going to act like they didn't.
Yeah, the fact that they sent up husbands and wives a couple times make me think they did.
Can you go 10 days without having sex especially if you're in a relationship though? Isn't that unhealthy?
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. That's a super long time.
It's not a long time if you're pulling your putt every day.
That's super. I can't believe somebody would go 10 days without having sex, especially after being married for 10 days or 10 years or 20 years. That's crazy.
Like Debbie's hair is always blown out whenever I see her.
That's crazy. I can't believe somebody would go 10 days without sex. Wow.
NASA and the Russians deny. I feel like you'd have to strap them down too, because I feel like if you're suspended, and you're
that's the fun. Like doing it in free fall, like that would be amazing.
They gotta get like here's what's going on. You said there's 3 guys and 1 girl, right? So there's ropes tied around like on both. So the other guys are like going like this up like a seesaw.
They're not going to the moon. They're just trying to see what happens with a space gangbang.
Oh my! That's over.
See that VHS coming in this fall.
Space gangbang. That's what they're trying to figure out. If it's possible, they're not even going to the moon.
Yeah, please do a show from the courthouse. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, man.
I haven't heard the word "pud" since high school.
See, that's what we do. We provide.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Thank you for going 15 extra minutes.
If we're going to talk about space,
but we didn't take engineering or math.
We took Artemis and we made it interesting.
I know, absolutely. And
if we would have talked about like having you like do the scientific equations on what they're doing, I'd get bored. Now we're going to talk about space jizz. We can go 15 extra minutes.
That's what I'll give you when you actually give a topic. I won't go into
So you don't think this is our first time actually going around orbiting the moon?
No, I think we've done this before.
Okay.
Because it's not hard. People. This part is not
with
hard.
People?
Yeah, people have done it. Yeah, I think, it's dangerous because once you got cosmic rays, you got things that they didn't even know about at the time. And so for them to have survived that, I think they got really lucky to not have gotten poisoning or death because of it.
So then they're going to loop around the moon and they're going to come back.
They're going to come back.
But the hardest part would be landing on the moon and then getting them back off.
It's very hard with that gravity, with the technology. It would have been difficult.
Very difficult.
But because they got to have enough gas to fire it off, right?
A lot of things have to go right that they weren't prepared for.
They're doing that in 2028. Isn't that what I heard?
2 years from now, they're going to land on the moon.
And I don't think there's ever how many times first try with an experiment like that, with a flight like that, do you not have, you just first try, absolutely nail it without issues? That's rare.
Well, before the Apollo missions, they had a ton of failures all through the early ones. So they did test, and we even had a death burning up, incinerated. So they got it wrong a whole lot. But it's I went to the moon and I had a landing part that was just really hard to believe they hit it on the first time.
Because there's so many variables, so many issues, and the tech they had back then too. It's not the same. So they have gone. You can fake that rocket, and I watched both Artemis. So he was down there watching the Artemis launch.
I'm excited to see how they do photos when they're at the moon. I want to see some cool pictures, and then coming back.
Are you going to judge them? Are you going to judge them and be harsh that that one was?
I think no matter what photos they take, people are gonna say they're altered. What
I want to see is the shit that's on the moon from previous missions and from other countries. And you show me, they've given satellite imagery.
Their view is going to be crazy.
Yeah, they're going to be able to go to where. Well, they're actually going to be at a different. They're going to the crater on the southern part of the moon. Well, they're looping the far side. They're going to be in a crater on the southern part.
Yeah,
they set up some solar arrays so that we can get better imagery there. And I want them to be able to see the old rover, the camera that's still set up, and that's.
Did you see that they're going to start building working on a station there? Did you in 2031 or 2? It's
a launching point.
Yeah, they're sitting they showed pictures of it. They're gonna have buildings and silos and all this stuff.
Didn't I say? Isn't there a conspiracy theorist that there's already stuff on the dark side of the moon that we can't see? That the aliens.
Those are people listening to Pink Floyd though, and they're getting really high coming up with those ones.
The ones that I've been watching that I think are interesting are on Mars. The rover going around, and people go out there and look at the pictures and see structure. Do you ever see that?
The Mars ones?
The Mars ones, dude, it's crazy. Cool. Have you seen any of those?
Yeah.
So it's a square, and they're water and erosion. I'm it's a freaking
square.
And they're it's the wind.
What if at one point everything was different? Mars was actually the habitable one, and then previous version of us jumped from Mars to Earth when things got bad.
Yeah,
would you believe it?
Or a panspermia, which is a asteroid hit Mars, blows up Mars, and everybody on Mars dies, but then life
carries
transferred
the goo
to Earth.
Ooh,
and then Earth starts back up.
Look up, and you got to do it from there's obviously edited photos, but the real ones are interesting. I think when I see them, because there's just certain.
When I was a kid, I remember one of the first Martian pictures that came up. It was grainy in the 80s. I don't know if you remember that. They saw a face.
Yeah.
All the newspapers.
It looked like it
was not. They showed a different angle, and it was just a freaking rock with the with
like
light
a circle.
bouncing.
Yeah. Yep. So first business on the moon is going to be $100. 100%.
Or what's that Halloween place? It's going to be one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit Halloween. So, all right. Well, we got to go. My kids are home. Everybody, thanks for watching again. Loan officers, realtors, get you pre-approved, help you find a house, all that fun stuff.
Bye, everybody.
Tuesday, we'll be back, right?
Yeah. Also, if you want to start your own podcast, come down here, Julius. You can start your own podcast. Talk to
the
Joe.
City of Youngstown actually hosts a podcast.
You've invited them.
If only there was a podcast studio where they could hold their super cool podcast that's better than the stupid MLO Bros. It is in downtown Youngstown. It's called Youngstead Studio. Check it out.
It's in the effing name.
That is so awesome that he watched this. He's sitting there.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube